G'day, Alex here from Tactical Arbitrage, and in this video we're talking about filtering data column to column and also hiding columns. And I'm specifically talking about this little bar here that exists at the top of your table, at the top of all your view data information that's here. This small strip of magnifying glasses and eyes that sits in between the column headers and the data that exists on the page. Now you can actually hide or show this by clicking Hide Filters, and that turns to Show Filters to open that up again. And it allows you to do a couple of things. Firstly, it lets you just outright hide a column by clicking the little eye icon. So I'm going to hide this Amazon title column, just as an example. And I might want to hide a couple more here and there, just to show you how that works. And it also allows you to do filtering on the page. There's a few reasons you might want to do this additional filtering on page. You may have set your filters nice and loose on your search, and then when you come in here, you may say, for example, only want to look at your toys and games category for now, or you might want to have a look a little bit more at, say, just Lego related toys, because you're aware that there's a 10% off Lego related toys, so you just want to have a look at the Lego items. Or you may want to have a look at just return on investments within a certain range, within a certain category. And you can do all those things and bounce backwards and forwards between opening and closing up these filters on page to best suit what you're trying to do at that exact moment. Let's have a look at a couple of the filters. Now, title, for example. Let's have a look at only Marvel items. So we're going to type in Marvel in here, hit apply, and after a moment it's going to now show us only products which have the word Marvel. And who would have thought there's so many Marvel products available right now in the toys category? And now I'm going to remove that filter by clicking on the filter icon again and hitting remove, and you'll see everything appear. Now you'll notice at the top here that that's actually changing the number of items being shown on page. So whereas it said 557 items here right now, when it was closed up with Marvel, this actually changes to 89 items. Now you can stack filters here. So let's say, for example, I keep this as is. I'll come across to brands, and I'll see that there's 7 brands on the page here. The brands are Avengers, Hasbro, Marvel, Marvel Legends, Playschool, Spider-Man, and another variant on Spider-Man. I might only want to see the Marvel items here, and I can either untick these or I can select all, deselect all. And then I'll click away and press apply. And so now we've seen only 45 items on the page that specifically match our Marvel title and are Marvel branded products. Now, I might then want to drill into this further and say, I only want to see the profitable return on investment items. Now, assuming you didn't already do that in your product search, you can now click in there and you can select your gross return on investment. You might say you only want to see something between 1 and 200%, and we'll apply that there. And that's going to drill our items down even further. So these on-page filters, you can do a lot with. Up the top here, there's rank as well. You might say, I really want to fine-tune these ranks a little more. I only want to see ranks between 1 and 350,000. Apply that. And again, we're reducing the number of results that we have. And that's on-page filters. I'm going to show you one more little button before we move away from this, and that's this little tiny green button at the side here. And by selecting this, it will reset all filters and return everything to the page, all 557 items. And also we have this little eyeball icon here, which will return all of the columns to the page. this will actually open up every single column. You'll see the columns expanded because previously I also had this keeper graph hidden, and it also turned that column on as well. So there's a few little things you can do with the top panel here, this top line of filters for on-page column filtering and hiding and showing columns, and I hope you get some use out of it. I'll see you in the next video.